Joseph Ty Page, aka Ty the Game of the Monarchy Beholden to No One. American Monarchy Now's the Time, and boycott Steve Harvey because character shouldn't matter. Now, I've been watching the news coverage of the last couple of days on MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News about the looting and rioting going on in the Baltimore area because of the death of Freddie Gray at the hands of yet another corrupt, seems to be, in my opinion, another corrupt situation when it comes to the police departments in this country. And there's a lot of blame to go around. Okay, yes, there are police officers, like I said, who are corrupt and racist all over this country. There are also racist and corrupt politicians who are trying to roll back the civil rights of African Americans and other minorities in this country, who even trying to roll back voting rights, making it harder for them to vote because today's conservatives can't win elections, national elections, without cheating today. And there's a press media called Fox News who enables these types of politicians and corrupt police officers to do what they do on a daily basis. And they have people on like this guy called Sheriff Clark, who's Megyn Kelly's favorite officer, because instead of he takes cheap shots at President Obama instead of even answering questions about there's a possibility there could be corrupt police officers. He never seems to focus on that. But the main blame, in my opinion, is too many African Americans in this country, along with a sad and pathetic black media, have chose to lay in bed with a whorish black entertainment culture today. And let me tell you what I mean by that. Too many African Americans support criminals, deviants, whores, whoremongers, multiple baby mamas, and multiple baby daddies. We put them on television shows. We put the spotlight on them, and we make them stars. So these are the images that we put out there as our entertainment, and we support it 100%. I don't personally. I talk about it, and sometimes I gotta watch it so I can tell you how pathetic and how much it stinks. But this is what we support in our music and in our entertainment. Whoremongers like Mona Scott Young of Love and Hip Hop in New York and Hollywood. She has a knack of finding the most ignorant sewer hood rats in the African American community, promote them, produce them, and make them into television stars and profit from it. We support abusers of black women in our music, people like in our sports, Floyd Mayweather. And it takes somebody like Keith Olbermann, who's not African American, to point out who he's also boycotting this in an NFL draft. But he points out that Floyd has a history of physical abuse to African American women, making hundreds of millions of dollars from a corrupt sport, not WWE. We're talking about boxing. But where's the black media? Where's Stephen A. Smith in his interview? Did he ask one time about, does Floyd think it's right for him to profit, and he never really paid for the things he has physically done to African American women? Basically probably paid them off so it wouldn't go no further, because that's what they do. I'm used to whites in the industry basically prostituting African Americans for profit. Okay? It's been like that since the history, since time began. Okay? But blacks have jumped into the profit business, and they don't care who they hurt. But again, we support it. You got a mental abuser of African American women Somebody like Steve Harvey, who has the nerve to put out a dating site now, who marries his mistress, makes her Marge his third wife, who I think has a history. I read somewhere that she was married to two former drug dealers and was thrown out of college for being too friendly with her student body. It's crazy. And we support people like this. We ask a serial abuser of black women for advice to find. Strong African American women ask a serial abuser of black women for advice to find a good black man. How pathetic, how more pathetic can you be with that? Somebody please answer that question. I've asked it dozens of times. I still can't get no response because Steve Harvey is afraid of people like me. These people thrive because they put themselves and surround themselves with weak personalities so they can thrive. They are afraid of people who will challenge them. That's why Steve Harvey has a history of blocking somebody like me. They're afraid of real. They're threatened by real because real will show how fake they are. But I've sent this out to people in the black media, people like Oprah Winfrey, Al Sharpton, The View, The Real was his real joke, weak ass Lamont Hill, Boyce Watkins, Spike Lee, again Stephen A. Smith, who has a history of kissing woman abusers' asses, like Steve Harvey and Floyd Mayweather, Jonathan Capehart, who's part of the problem as well, Hot 97, Dead Broughton Soul, Ricky Smiley, 105, Cornel West, Black Talk Radio, which doesn't want to talk to anybody with substance. Who else? People like Tyler Perry and Tavis Smiley. I sent this to them to try to have some kind of conversation about it. I'm kind of shocked that I haven't gotten a reply from them yet. But again, it's a sellout nature going on. I saw Tanya Graham, this black woman who beat the hell out of her child, who was part of the deviance and criminal behavior out there in the riots. And when I saw her, I saw my mother, I saw my grandmother, I saw my aunts of past, because that's what parenting was about. They didn't care where they were, who was around, who was watching. If you stepped out of line, they would put their foot in your back. But it's people like Bill O'Reilly who denigrates single parent households and single parents and says that's the root cause of this, what's going on in the black community. But now they want to say, oh, you did a good job. Please come on my show and talk about it. I will go on his show just to rip him a new one if I was Miss Graham, because she did the right thing, so, but it's sad that she is now in a minority when it comes to parenting in the black community because we don't care. Again, we support Ratchet in our music, make these guys billionaires, millionaires, billionaires. We support it out. We look in a garbage can, pull out the garbage, and we put it on reality TV. You can't say you care about the culture of the black community once a year around Martin Luther King's birthday, and then the next day you go back to supporting this crap that we call black entertainment today. Again, the black media has sold out. They are in bed with these whores, and these whores and black entertainment and black media are a major part, in my opinion, of what's going on out there today when it comes to the reaction, like we see in regards to Freddie Gray's death at the hands of yet again another what seems to be a corrupt police cover-up going on. And we have to take a stand. We have to challenge it. But it's people like me who are willing to challenge it, who get blocked, who get censored, and we have to put a stop to it. So I'm asking you people out there, and I challenge anybody out there to call me out on anything I said. I'm waiting. Come on.